Y'all, I'm so tired. When I tell you they is wearing Diddy out for almost, it's about to be a year straight. Okay? And they have been wearing him out. This man has yet another lawsuit. And every time we talk about it, I always say I expect another one. But I really don't be ready for another one so soon. Does that make sense? So soon? Everybody ain't lying. Do y'all be hearing his attorney sit up there and talk sometime? His attorney, I don't think his attorney is I think his attorney is a op. I do. Not that I really care, you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, he tries to say things in defense of Diddy. But for you to know your client and you watch him in interviews and know that he does not like to answer questions straightforward and you want him to get on the stand to tell his side, it sounds nice, but it's not going to go the way that you think. Okay? It's just not. Somebody else is suing him for being drugged, repeatedly assaulted, and getting pregnant by him. But the gag is they saying that Miami was threatening the girl and telling the girl to have the abortion. Now they're calling this woman Jane Doe, but for me, I was questioning whether the woman is Gina. Soon as I heard it, and I hear Caresha harassing, all I thought about is bitch you a eater. Diddy would have had you on your knees. I feel like that's incriminating evidence right there. He would have had you, meaning he operate like he a little piece of a pimp. That's crazy work. They're saying Jane Doe first met Diddy in fall of 2020 overseas after he invited her on a trip to the lawsuit alleges. Now, after visiting him in spring of 2022 in Miami, the lawsuit says she woke up and her feet were purple and bruised with a bite mark on her heel, stating she was unaware of how she got the injuries. The lawsuit also states that the Jane Doe was compelled to ingest an unknown substance before she learned that it was or contained the drug ketamine and or other substances, which caused her to black out and lose consciousness. Later, she took a pregnancy test which said positive. The lawsuit alleges that the City Girls rapper Young Miami, whose legal name is Caresha Brownlee and is the apparent ex-girlfriend of Combs, harassed Jane Doe repeatedly, calling her and telling her to have an abortion. Now, this was in 20, when she said she met this man? Was it 2020? Okay, fall 2020. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I think that was around the time. Was that around the time? I think that was in the beginning of Caresha starting to date Diddy. Let me see. So she was linked to him in 2021, and they ended up going to P's control, the one of the CEOs of Quality Control. I don't think he is anymore. But they met at his birthday party, which I thought was typically in March. Let me see. Let's see. When is his birthday typically? Because I could have sworn. Let me do this. Okay, I don't think they say. But I thought his birthday was like around the springtime. So, anywho, so you were new to a relationship because you got linked with this man in 2021. Cause let her tell it when she's done. So it's in November. Okay. It's in November. I'm not sure when. I thought it was in the spring, but you must have been dating Diddy much longer than what you said because she said in an interview that she met him at P's birthday party. So if that wasn't in the beginning of 2021, but see, they're still saying that she was connected to him in 2021. So if you first met Diddy in the fall of 2020, and then you visited, okay, so that's what it was. She visited him in spring of 2022. Okay, then that makes sense. Because spring, by that time, him and Miami were official. Got you. Okay. Because I'm like, girl, you're new to this doggone relationship and you automatically trying to get somebody to have an abortion. Like, are you crazy? But by that time, she about was a year and some change into the relationship. Either way, it's not right. That ain't your body. But they go on to say that the Jane Doe later had a miscarriage and claimed she did not speak to Combs or members of his camp for 3 months. Then in late 2022, as the lawsuit alleges, Combs began communicating with Jane Doe again and began compelling her to travel with and to him. He would harass her through text messages, calls, and third parties until she agreed. During her visit to Combs, the lawsuit states he made the alleged victim perform a show for him, giving her alcohol and other substances until she ultimately passed out. Then she would wake up with no recollection of what occurred or how she had injuries. The alleged behavior continued until July of this year. July of this year, even after details came out about how he was moving, even after the video of him assaulting Cassie? I don't know how this is going to look in the court of law. The lawsuit states Jane Doe tried drinking water which tasted strange and made her feel unwell. The next morning, she felt ill and confused and could not remember what happened the night before, and the bedroom was in a disarray. The lawsuit alleges that during a 4-year span, Combs consistently pressured her into the bedroom, adding other men and women despite her saying she did not want others involved. He made threatening jokes, and the alleged victim feared for her safety if she failed to comply with his demands. Oh, child, she was forced to witness him slap and abuse other women. She said he tracked her location, monitored her conversations. He would refer to statements made by her when Combs was not present. He discouraged the alleged victim from working. And when she would try to be financially independent, Combs would pay her an allowance as a form of control. Now, see, listen, that'll different in the future, girl. Now, she complied with his behavior, the lawsuit claims, out of fear of what he would do if she said no. The alleged victim is seeking a certain amount of damages that she has not made known, and she's seeking a certain amount from him. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. I'm torn because I feel like he very well could have got into her psyche the same way he did with Cassie, right? Because he held her career over her head, right? With this young lady, I don't know. Because it's like you continue to rock with him and continue to go around. Maybe it was because you needed your bills paid. You continue to rock with him and go around even after the lawsuit came out of what he did to Cassie and you were already experiencing the same. But I don't want to really put that off on her because I don't know her state of mind at the time and what was really going on within her to make her want to continue to stay around. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it really was fear, you know. If it's Gina, I question. And I say that because you was over there with the shits with Miami all on social media and stuff, going back and forth and talking your big with her too. So I don't know what the hell to make of this. I don't know. And Caresha, if you did have anything to do with this, shame on you. As you sat on that podcast trying to play it out like what those people went through, I didn't go through. He didn't put me through that. Well, how is it this young lady is experiencing some of the very similar things that Cassie has experienced and others, but for some reason you're the one. You're the top notch that hasn't experienced none of this stuff. That don't make sense. Somebody lying. Okay? That's crazy. Thank you so much, Romans Rage, for the super chat. If it's Gina, she said Diddy stomped on. That's right, stomped on her in an old interview. My question is, if the man been putting hands and feet on you and drugging you, why are you suing now? Her and Caresha are the same, money hungry. Thank you so much for the super chat. And you know what? With you saying this, if it's Gina, she said Diddy stomped on her. You know what? Now that I think about it, I believe that interview took place um before 2020, but I'm about to double check to see. I really feel like that interview took place before 20. Let me see. This interview took place in 2019, but I don't know exactly when Gina met Diddy, if she mentioned it in this interview that she did with Tasha. So if that was in 2019, she says she met him in 20. So was he stomping you already in your, if this is Gina? Was he already stumping you? Not this person saying they didn't meet Diddy till fall of 2020. So it may not be Gina, because Gina did this interview in 2019 with Tasha. So this could be a completely different woman. I was thinking it was Gina, but now when I look at the dates, she did that interview with Tasha in June of 2019. June of 2019, and this woman says she met Diddy in fall of 2020 overseas. So it's not Gina. It's somebody completely different. And if she did meet him overseas and she's foreign to this land, listen, she could have continued to go back to stay here. He could have been holding her green card or something over it. She met him overseas. I don't know if she's from overseas or what, or if she was from America and met him overseas or whatnot, but she could potentially not even be of this country. And that could be one of the reasons why she continued to go back and be involved in whatever he had going on, especially if he's paying her bills and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling what promises he made. That's crazy. And then if she don't got no family and she's isolated, that's another reason that she will run back and still be a part of the circus in a sense. And then stop messing with him until this year. When, likely, and I hate to say it, it sounds like to me, in my opinion, she may have stopped messing with him when she had no choice but to stop messing with him in July. Because remember, around Mother's Day, Caresha was caught still linked to Diddy, right? So at some point, once he probably got wind of how the people was moving, he had to shake and move himself, because he knew what was on the way for him. At any moment, he probably would have been arrested. So it sounds to me that she probably would have continued to deal with him until it had to stop in July. And this is where we are. And now that she knows that she can, hold him accountable for what he did, this is where she's at. So I don't know. This is just interesting. Because there are some holes just a little bit when I hear this story, and I'm trying to, patch it together to make it make sense, because I don't want to blame her at all. But if it doesn't fully add up, that's just what it looks like. It don't fully add up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, could have been other things that held her, kept up. Hate it for you. Sorry, Latanya. I think I said Latonia. Thank you so much for the Cash App. I appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, y'all. So that's what's going on. I wonder if he's gonna try to get her identity to be exposed the same way he was trying to get the last Jane Doe's identity to be exposed. And then I also wonder who the attorney is. Because sometimes, I do feel like attorneys do like to attach themselves to bigger stories for clout. And I just hope that whoever the attorney is, that they are attaching themselves because they genuinely care about the victim and actually getting justice for the victim, and not attaching themselves to say that they were a part of this story to have another notch under their belt. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, child. But yikes. Yikes, yikes. Terrible. I just wanted to come give you guys a little bit of some. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. I do have Love and Hip Hop recap from earlier this week. It's going to be premiering after this video at 8 o'clock, so make sure you guys go and check that out. You guys can continue the conversation down below on everything that we did talk about. I have a This Is Messy that's coming to you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna try to bring y'all a Court Is Messy as well tomorrow. And then be looking out for Love After Lockup. And then we also got whatever the Braxtons is trying to give us on this finale. Okay. But that's all that I got. I am Jamie. That's me. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please continue to like the video on your way out. Thank you all so much for the super chats and the cash apps. And yeah, like up the video, subscribe to the channel, cut on your notification bells, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JamiThatsMe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some batteries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.